Pushing back on bully tactics, that is the topic of tonight's Byline. Look, we've talked a lot about bullies on this program over the last 18 months, almost 2 years that we've been on the air. We've talked about the attempt of legislatures to stamp bullying out of the classroom, out of the school system, and the bullying of certain people to trample religious and family rights on that front. But tonight I want to talk to you about adult bullies, political bullies. Ben Shapiro, he's got a whole book out on this subject and its relationship to American politics. He talks about race bullies, sexual bullies, class bullies, and more. We have all those same things, those same types of bullies here in Canada. Over the last week, I've seen them in action attempting to shut down discussion on certain hot-button issues. Now, I don't want to talk about this because people have tried to bully myself or Ezra Levant or Sun News to keep quiet. We're big boys and girls here. We can handle this. In fact, this is my job, taking on those that want your voice silenced, that want to make sure there's only one view, the accepted view that's allowed to be aired. But what about you? I've heard countless times since this show aired that I've given people a sense that they're not alone. People were shocked to find out there were others that thought like them. And I've also heard that knowing this has given many of you the courage to speak up. You know, going out in public with your views, whether it's on TV or on social media like Facebook and Twitter, or even just at a family dinner with Uncle Dwayne and the sweet but hopeless progressive that he is, well, all of that can be extremely intimidating, and many of you know there will be attempts to shout you down. I know people that have been bullied into silence on Facebook or who say, look, it's just not worth airing my views there anymore. That's what the other side wants to happen. Their goal is to shut you up. Now, last Friday, I wrote my newspaper column on Obama's gun policies. This is something we've discussed on this program, how the assault weapons ban is about cosmetics and making people feel good, but it won't actually do anything for the majority of murders in America. One of the first emails I received Friday morning told me that I opposed Obama because I'm a racist. Why else would I oppose him, I was asked? Well, there are lots of reasons, and I laid those out in the column, but that person didn't want to debate fact, reason, or logic. They wanted to end debate. Funny thing, though, and I pointed this out, I oppose Tom Mulcair's views on gun control, a whole lot of issues, and Tom and I, we come from the same background, culturally, ethnically, religiously. Same with Sid Ryan. I come from the same background as Sid. He called me racist for other reasons, which we'll get to in a moment, but the head of the Ontario Federation of Labour, he also wanted to shout me down on gun control by using bully tactics. Ryan took to Twitter to debate my stand on gun control by simply saying, what a stupid message. That's not a big deal. Being called stupid by a union thug who pushes reporters the way Sid has, well, that shouldn't bother me. But what does bother me is a lack of real debate, so I called him out on it, asked him for debate substance, at which point he declared that I didn't care about the slaughter of innocent life in Newtown, that I didn't care about victims at all, that I was pushing conspiracy theories and pandered to gun nuts. No points to debate what I had actually said. I called him out again. He finally admitted that the president's plan might not be perfect, but that I should simply support gun control anyway. And then he accused me of being an NRA mouthpiece. This is how the left wants to debate. As I said, Ryan called myself and everyone at Sun News racist last week for our reporting on Attawapiskat, Chief Spence, and the leadership fight over at the Assembly of First Nations. That's something you heard about here first, and it's now on the front pages of the Globe and the Star. Are they racist, Sid, or are they okay because they support most of your causes? Ryan was also pushing the big protest at Sun Media's Toronto offices on the weekend. The man who describes himself as president of the Ontario Federation of Labour and the voice of over 1 million workers in Ontario. Well, he was telling people, head down to Sun Media and protest how racist they are. Maybe you've seen this video, some of the video already. Ezra Levant met them outside where the protest was happening, and they denounced him as racist despite not being able to explain how or give any examples.
Why do you cut down Chief Spence all the time? How is that not racist?
Well, because it has to do with her mismanagement of banned funds. This says racism, it's not journalism. What's racist?
Right, but I know all about your Islamophobia.
So this is about Islamophobia?
And about Palestine.
What did I do about Palestine that you think's racist?
I'm not getting into it with you.
Do you have any examples?
I'm here for this movement.
We're not talking to
exactly. I'm trying to tell them that too.
Enough of the
We're not going to give you examples. He was told that several times. Ezra didn't back down, though. He remained calm. He asked questions. He tried to get people to defend their own positions. Of course, some positions can't be defended because they're simply wrong.
The son is owned by a Jewish, and if anything, the son should be more supportive since it's Israel owned, right? It's Jewish owned, I'm telling you, bud.
Jewish owned, Israel owned? Actually, we're owned by shareholders, the biggest of which is a guy named Pierre Carl Pelado. That's pretty French Canadian, I'd say. I'm telling you all of this because the bully tactics are being stepped up again. They want you to shut up, but you need to stand up. You need to raise your voice. You need to say, you will not be silenced because Canada needs you. And that's the byline.